And welcome back to Psychotronic Coast to Coast. Tonight we watched a very interesting film called Abominable from 2006, not to be confused with the 2004 film or the 2013 film or the 2001 film or the etc. etc. It's a very basic title. So specifically this 2006 title. This was Owen's pick. And I was pleasantly surprised the last 30 minutes of this movie. So,
yeah, you were pretty harsh in the beginning, which was making me sad.
You know, wasn't that great? Not gonna lie, it wasn't the best movie.
It's easily one of the top 10 Bigfoot movies out, I'd say.
It's not better than Night of the Demon 1980.
Define.
Night of the Demon 1980
you consider good.
Immensely more enjoyable to watch.
But
that's
immensely
what I mean.
More terrible.
Yeah, it's not as good, not as well made, no. But it's immensely more enjoyable to watch. So
nah, I'll give it that.
I laughed a whole hell of a lot more and had a whole hell of a lot more fun than Night of the Demon. Not saying that Abominable is a bad movie. I mean, it's not a good movie. It's mediocre. There are aspects I like and aspects I hate, and you know, the big thing is like, is it good enough tone? I don't know. Why don't we go through it and decide at the end?
I'll read the back for you.
All right.
I'll skip the little fucking shit about Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti shit.
Yeah.
For newly paraplegic mountain climber Preston Rogers, Matt McCoy, who's been in at least 2 children's Bigfoot movies that I've seen. The horror hits home when a ravenous beast attacks a remote forest community, which it's 2 houses, 2 cabins.
I guess it could technically be a remote community. I mean, yeah.
I mean, we don't see any more than those 2 places, though.
Yeah, it could. I mean, there could be more just right down the trail. I mean, the community is like a larger thing, right? Like, I don't know.
Will its next hot meal be a group of knuckleheaded hunters, including Lance Henriksen of Aliens and Jeffrey Combs of Reanimator?
Yeah.
A skeptic police chief, Paul Gleason of Die Hard.
It's a lot of cameos in this movie.
A cabin full of co-eds, including Ashley Hartman of the OC. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Or the trapped Preston himself. And then it just names some other people. Rex Lynn from CSI Miami and D. Wallace Stone of Cujo co-star in this wild and gruesome horror shocker that Fangoria calls the best serious fright film ever made about Bigfoot.
So is this movie Bigfoot: The Unforgettable Encounter? Is that the one with the suit from what you call it?
No, they have their own pretty sweet suit, and that one Bigfoot fights a real bear.
Oh, nice. What's the other Matt McCoy film with Bigfoot then? I can't find it.
It's one of the Little Bigfoot movies.
Oh, there it is. As soon as I said that. Little Bigfoot. Right there.
That one he plays a sheriff that has the hots for the kid's mom.
Yeah, he's also in LA Confidential, which is probably his most acclaimed role, I would say. But yeah, this movie is interesting. I don't know how to explain it other than that. But,
yeah. Well, here's how you explain. Quick sell. You want someone to watch it. It's Rear Window with a Bigfoot. Done.
Mimic, but better. Mimic 3, but better.
Although most people are like, what's Rear Window? And you just want to fucking slap them.
I do have to say that Matt McCoy's doing a really hard Anthony Perkins impression. Like, so much so you're like, a little bit too much. He's turned it on the Anthony Perkins a bit too much there.
But those beautiful blue eyes, man.
God.
They didn't suck you in?
No.
All right, you want to dive into this?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take it right from the top. Let's do it.
Okay, right from the top. It starts on a farm. The guy's horse has been mutilated. His dog runs off and gets killed.
Of course.
Him and his wife hide inside as it stomps around outside. We see some shots of the big feet in the footprints in the snow. And then you get your title.
Oh, I like to point out that the big feet, like, the front porch is a good 10 feet away from the very first set of Bigfoot tracks leading the way. So magically, he just like, you know what? Now I'm going to start making footprints. No footprints going up, just the ones leaving too, by the way. Anyway.
It's true. Also, there was hardly any snow when they went outside, but then there was snow in front of the house to have the feet print in.
Yep. Can't confirm inconsistencies.
And now we're introduced to Preston. You don't know yet, but I might as well just say he's like I said in the back, he's paraplegic. He's in a car with a creepy looking dude with a mustache who's a male nurse, we find out. And his doctor, which they never really say one way or another. Like I always assumed it was the like a therapist that would send him back to his cabin, kind of where the accident happened.
A psychiatrist, maybe? I don't know the differences offhand, but
like a psychiatrist would make sense because it's mentally.
Yeah, because the guy's got like scrubs on, implying that he is a nurse and or a medical person.
Yeah, because he's not the doctor. That's why I think the psychiatrist sent him back. Because why would another doctor be like, "Hey, go back to the cabin and get your mind straight"?
Yeah, sure.
And we learn later, but I'll just say now, he's a mountain climber, like the back said. Him and his wife were climbing a cliff. They both fell. She died. He's paralyzed, and that's the cabin he's being sent back to. He doesn't want to be there. Sounds like it's supposed to be 3 days. And the cabin, like, is like literally below where they fell. She died.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's like, yo, dude.
And the male nurse is a complete asshole.
Oh, he's such a douche nozzle. He is a giant bag of burnt dick tips. That's how I describe him.
I mean, we first see Jeffrey Combs' character is at a gas station. He's like hooked to oxygen and smoking, and he tells the story of the wife dying, which doesn't soften the nurse's heart at all. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, man. Jeffrey Combs is like just hamming it up as this emphysema-racked chain smoker.
I want to believe he just showed up with all this shit. And it's like, this is what I'm doing. And the director's just like, okay.
All right. You know, it doesn't affect the rest of the script or anything. I don't think he cares, really. You want to be a crazy guy? All right, be a crazy guy.
So they get to the cabin. It's clearly shown with a low shot of the lot of stairs leading to the cabin, which is obviously foreshadow for later.
Dun, dun, dun.
He gets him in the house. He doesn't want to be there. He's wiping the dust off his pictures of his dead wife. The nurse is kind of like, here's some milk. It's like, I'm allergic to it. And he's like, whatever.
Whatever, it's not going to kill you. He's like, I'm fucking allergic. Hello? You know?
So he ends up leaving to go get some soy milk. So that's when we meet the, was it five college chicks are staying at the cabin next door.
4 college chicks.
Well, it's 5. One gets taken right off the bat.
Oh, you're right. It is 5. I like to point out that he is the nurse is legitimately gone for 35 minutes of the movie. Like, you know, he says I'm going to be back in 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes later when he gets back.
Although, yeah, but it sets up that it's been longer. So where the hell?
Yeah.
So right off the bat, stuff starts acting weird at the neighbor's place. Some shaking bushes, and the first girl goes missing. She goes out to call her boyfriend on his cell phone, and it's one of those things where he's looking through the binoculars, and then he's like, "These are dirty. I'm gonna clean them." And that's when she's taken.
Yeah, like because he's not able to see at that like with normal eyes. Like what the fuck? Whatever.
Just
It
his
was the
cell phone in the
worst
street.
written kill ever. There were so much better ways to do that.
Well, they're kind of not fully showing the Bigfoot suit at this point.
Yeah, because they know it doesn't look very good. So, like, if it was like if they showed a lot, so you want to show it only like in large amounts at the end when all the
Bigfoot
crazy
suit
shit's
looked
happening.
amazing though. That Bigfoot
Well,
suit is great.
I mean, for a suit, yes, but it still looks like a suit, right? That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't look like a real life monster because it moves like a guy in a suit. There's a difference between what something like that would look like when it was moving and what a guy in a suit was looking like when he was in. That's what I mean. That anyway, neither here nor there. I like the suit, but it's clearly fake. Is my point.
Of course it is. Bigfoots aren't real.
But if they could make it absolutely 100% realistic, how cool would that be? That's what I'm saying. Like that's the next step, right? CGI's got to get to that point. Then I'll believe it.
Let's see. Male nurse comes back. He's a dick.
Again, some more.
He won't believe that a girl's gone missing. He locks the door and the windows. It says, I'm going to make you dinner, and if she's not back by then, maybe we'll do something. He starts chugging alcohol, too, at this point. Make him a further dick, I guess. Yeah. There's a lot of setup of, like, the girls, like, ooh, one of them's smoking weed in the bathroom, which never comes into play. There's no point to it.
No. Pointless.
Other than
tells us nothing about their characters. There's a whole lot of talking that there's no point. There's a whole lot of talking heads, badly edited conversations. You know, the first 45 minutes are just a trudge.
Male nurse passes out.
Get through it. It's worth it.
Good old male nurse passes out after dinner. Preston is still peeping on the girls with binoculars. And
blame him. He's stuck with Slappy the squirrel over there, drunk on the couch. He's stuck in a wheelchair. He got no other fucking choice.
He sends a text from his computer to the girl's phone, trying to get the friends to come out, which apparently had not noticed their friend being missing.
Hours later.
It seems like hours later, but when they finally like see her phone and they're like see the text, like our friend's missing. How long? 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Cops like blow him off. Like,
that is in real time. You know, it looks like it is.
So they go back in the house. They start fighting with each other. One of them, the pot smoker, throws margarita on one of them.
Right in her fucking face. And just like spit out margarita. Like.
So she decides she needs to go shower. Which at this point, it just clearly looks like Preston's just peeping on her. But at the same time, the beast shows up and is also peeping.
We get the only piece of nudity for those who give a shit about that kind of stuff. So.
He tries to tell the nurse what's going on. Bigfoot's not there at that point, and he's just like peeping on girls. All right, have some fun, dude. I was like, what? And he's like, no, shit's going on. And this is probably our first interesting kill, which is kind of Jason Voorhees-esque. She comes out of the shower and he grabs her through the window and pulls her through and like bends her in half.
Yeah, it's definitely a Friday 13th reference, you know.
And nobody apparently hears the glass breaking and the girl screaming.
With a loud crushing, crunching noise.
And I did laugh at the scene where he's like tries to get the nurse to come back. He's like, well, she's not going to take a shower forever, Preston. It's like the window's broken, and this is where he's like, "You need to calm down." And he keeps grabbing his arm.
Everywhere. Like,
and Preston keeps grabbing his arm, and he's like, "You'll do anything to get out. You didn't even want to be here. Fine, we'll go home." And he grabs his arm again, and that's when the nurse fucking bitch slaps this guy clean out of his wheelchair.
He fucking pimp-hands him, just like, bam, give him my money. Like, fuck, man.
He comes out with a bag. With a needle, and he's like, I'm gonna calm you down, but this backfires.
That's because he's a fucking dummy. But
Yeah,
what
he
the
picks
fucking
him
dummy
up.
does is he fucking fills up the syringe and puts it in his pocket, and then proceeds to pick up the cripple with perfectly working hands, put him in his wheelchair. And so of course the cripple takes it and sticks him in the fucking neck while he's disposed holding him up. Of course, because you should have fucking stuck him while he's on the ground.
And he drops right there on the ground.
Yeah.
Now, I think we skipped over a part. I think
God
before
forbid.
this, we saw Lance Henriksen as one of the hunters. He was with the farmer in the beginning, and he was with Jeffrey Combs.
Yes,
and they were sitting in the woods at a fire. There was some weird story about a guy super gluing his hands to a rhino's ass and dying from diarrhea in his mouth.
Even though the rhino was
apparently had a petting zoo.
Why? They're fucking horrendously dangerous creatures. How about no?
They were kind of hamming it up, but
yeah, well, yeah, their performances are great. It's not a problem with performances for sure.
Lance Henriksen ends up in a cave, sees some human skeletons, sees the girl that was taken earlier with her guts hanging out, and he had that great thing of like, "Oh, that's gross."
Yeah, it's gross.
He's like, "I'll go get help." She's like, "Don't leave me; it'll come back." And he just keeps looking at her guts, and he just looks ill. He's like, "Ugh, disgusting." It'd been great if he just puked on her.
Puked in her open wound.
But he comes out. Bigfoot's coming. Bigfoot just starts tearing him. He kills all of them.
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs gets a Wilhelm scream when he dies.
No, Lance Henriksen does.
Oh, Lance Henriksen.
He gets pulled behind a tree. Then it leads to
just walked right off of.
Yeah, it just kind of leads to where we are now. So they're banging on the door, trying to get the girl out of the bathroom. One of them decides, since it's right by the door, there's a window look in the bathroom. They look in, which is weird because the window's broken. I have to assume there's blood in there because she starts freaking out.
And glass all over the floor, and yeah.
Yeah. He breaks the window and starts yelling to him, like, "The creature's here." That's kind of an awkward scene because they lean out the window and they're just like, "What?"
It's really bad.
And Bigfoot is now in their house. It's downstairs and it's listening. And a girl makes noise, pulls her right through the floor, rips her throat out.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool too. Like just blood gushes out and like a big chunk rips out of the throat. Like the effects are really good in this flick. That's the one thing I'll give thumbs up to is the effects stand out.
And he tells the blonde girl to be quiet, so she's like hiding. And then of course the Asian chick comes in, the pot smoker, and just immediately screams as loud as possible and runs out the door.
And gets the other chick killed. Fuck.
No, she doesn't die.
Oh, no, I thought the screamer got the blonde chick killed at that point.
No, the blonde chick blasts through the movie.
I thought she got the other chick killed then, damn it. I'm sorry.
No, she jumps through the window to escape.
Oh, that's right. I thought she got thrown through the window by the Bigfoot.
She just jumps through, and then the Asian girl tells her to get up, but then she just gets in the Jeep and tries to start it and leave. I guess that's the thing. She smokes pot, so she's untrustworthy, bad person.
Yeah, sure.
That's what they were trying to set up. Maybe I don't know what their plan was with that. It was so pointless. Other than that, he had something to look at through the bathroom window.
So Owen, can we just have like an agreement, a gentleman's agreement that if we're ever being chased by Bigfoot, fuck you, it's every man for himself?
Sure.
All right, good. Then we don't have to worry about this fucking bullshit later when we're going through it. Fuck you, Owen! Oh, shit!
Yeah. All I have to do is run faster than you.
All I have to do is trip your ass. Like throwing shit at you, like fuck.
That's not a gentleman's agreement. That's just trying to get each other killed at that point.
Hey, motherfucker, you're trying to leave me in the dust.
Said every man for himself, not every man.
Right, every man for motherfucking self, and I'm gonna throw shit in your ass.
But,
Oh god. Anyway,
she doesn't make it. Bigfoot flips the Jeep and then stomps her guts out.
Oh, like, that was the worst kill of the entire movie, actually. Like, all the other kills were really cool, but that was the worst one. And there's always one really lame one, right? In these kind of things.
Yeah.
This is a slasher movie. This is a Bigfoot film, a slasher film disguised as a Bigfoot film.
I guess so. Not a lot of slashing, but...
Well, a lot of slashers don't have slashing. It's called a slasher because the originals. You know.
But blonde girl makes it into his place, and I thought for sure they were doing some Home Alone traps because she was like tying a rope around an axe for the front door, but I guess they never set that up. And I like there was that little scene where they like for some reason he's telling the girl like about his wife rock climbing and dying, and she's like crying like on her knees in front of him. I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? And then she looks. Moment. Yeah, then she looks over, and there's the male nurse with a needle still in his neck, knocked out. He's like, it's a long story. Like, okay.
I'll believe you.
So the plan is that obviously Bigfoot's going to come through the door in the house, and he can't go down the stairs. So he hooks up his rock climbing gear. She lowers him over the railing, and then she's going to come down. And I like this scene where like she's coming down, and Bigfoot just starts pulling her up like slowly.
That's great, yeah.
And she's just yelling at him for help, and he's just like laying on the ground. He can't do shit.
Like, unhook yourself. That's what you're yelling.
And Bigfoot has it right in his face, and you kind of get your, I guess it's supposed to be the redeeming moment for the asshole. He said something stupid. He like said some fucking one-liner, and then hits that Bigfoot in the back with an axe. You call him a bunghole or something stupid like that.
I don't remember. It made me laugh out loud. I remember that. But
yeah. He axes him, and then my favorite kill in the entire movie. The Bigfoot turns around, opens his mouth really wide, and just bites like into the guy's mouth.
Face. Like bites from his face off. Like,
yeah. But it looks like the Bigfoot's bottom jaw goes into his mouth. Like, because the guy was screaming.
Oh, yeah, right.
Bites his face out.
Brutal fucking kills, pretty badass.
And then he just turns back around, axe to his back.
Like Hatchet, the Hatchet 2, there's 2 kills in that. Kind of remind me of it.
And he turns around like no big deal and just starts pulling the girl up again. Who at this point did not like just be like, lower myself down as fast as possible. She just apparently just hung there swinging. But she unhooks herself, which doesn't make any sense because she somehow unhooks herself and then falls. But wouldn't she have to like lift herself a little bit, unhook it, and then drop?
I have no idea.
There'd be way too much like tension on the line to just unhook it.
Yeah, I suppose.
But she falls next to him, and I always laugh at this part where he's being dragged to the car and he's yelling commands at her, like faster, faster, swing my legs in. Pretty demanding when she could clearly just get in the car and drive away.
Like, bitch, do you want to just sit there while I drive away? Because I will.
And she slams on the gas, and they're not going anywhere. Bigfoot's holding the car up. And then Preston's like, no, let off the gas. And Bigfoot's just like, wink. And they just spin straight into a tree. And she flies clean out the window.
Yeah, it was a brute. I was like, what? Wow, okay. And he's killed 2 chicks he's fallen in love with. Great. He's 0 for 2 with chicks.
It never really sets up why Bigfoot really wants to kill these women. Because Bigfoot just walks right by the car with him in it and goes straight for the girl laying on the ground. And he starts blaring on the horn, which apparently does not like. It completely freaks out.
Oh, you know why? Because he's fucking mating with them. That's why there's... Okay, anyway, continue.
I don't think that was the case.
Uh-huh.
I was really hoping that there would be like a scene where he like would remember like, wait a minute, and you just see like a clip of him and his wife rock climbing, and Bigfoot's just up there like sabotaging the rope.
That'd be great.
But
you bastard!
It gets pissed off enough, and it starts running at the vehicle. He puts it in reverse, which maybe he pushed on the gas beforehand, but it looks like he just slammed it in reverse and pushes on the gas, like without putting the brake on first.
Yeah, I don't
know. He backs the car into the Bigfoot, into a tree, which he still had the axe in his back, which ends up coming out of his chest.
Blood squirting out. Shit.
Yeah, and he's like hitting the car. I like that scene. It was just like, damn it.
It was a great sequence, man.
Although what really killed it was he took off his little fucking slipper. It was like a penny loafer, and stuck it on the gas pedal, and that was enough to keep the car going in reverse.
Right? Like
when he climbed out of the car, and he makes his way over, and the girl is still alive.
Somehow.
There's like a couple minutes of the Bigfoot just hitting it until he finally keels over on the back of the station wagon, and she says, "Is it dead?" And he's like, "I hope so." And
shit, I hit with the car.
And then he's just like, "Now drag me." He didn't say that, but it was pretty much he's like, "Keep going, keep going." This poor girl dragging this guy around.
Oh my god, she's like a fucking cripple taxi.
Cop finally shows up, which we didn't mention earlier. He sent an email to the cops, and they sent him in my box. Like, stop sending pranks emails to us. But she only sent one. And there was also the sheriff was just like, what a bunch of bull crap. But there was like that one black officer who was kind of looking at the end where it's like, he's slightly interested. And he's the one that actually showed up later.
All right.
We should also mention that apparently Bigfoot ripped down a telephone pole that only took out the phones, not the power. But he did knock out the power later when he was attacking Preston's cabin.
There's a lot of logic problems in this movie.
As well as he was emailing when the phone line was down. Yeah. And that looked pretty slow enough to be especially a cabin in the woods, had to be dial-up. So
yeah, it looked like dial-up. I could have satellite internet, to be fair, but...
Man. Was there satellite back then?
Oh yeah, satellite internet's been around since like that while. Right. Many years.
So finally the cops show up, and he's like, a bunch of dead bodies, and so. So the other shitty cops show up, the ones that didn't give a shit. No bodies are found. They're like, yeah, let's wander around the woods at night, because why not? They end up at the car. Bigfoot's gone. The axe is like broken on top of the car. There's a whole extra long scene that doesn't really need to be there where the sheriff is calling all the other sheriff's pussies.
Right.
Because they hear noises, and then they turn around, and there's the Bigfoot staring through the bushes. But then there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. There's a shitload of these Bigfoot. And that's how the movie ends. And now you had that. Oh, go ahead. You're going to say your theory? Because I thought it was great.
Yeah. So here's my theory. Because he found the one chick in the cave, Bigfoot is kidnapping ladies to breed with them to make an army of big feet. Which is why at the end there's an army of big feet.
Well, that wasn't your original theory. It was a virus, you said.
Yeah, it was another cool theory. It was everyone who got attacked became a Bigfoot, because then that's why the bodies couldn't be found. There's another potential.
Now, my issue with this is in the cave was a human skeleton.
Right. So if they devour it before the person can turn, or the person dies,
I think there's just a lot of
before the virus takes hold.
Bigfoot.
Or he's breeding with the chicks.
Now, at one point, they announced a sequel, but it never happened, which makes me sad.
I would actually see Abominable 2, the sleazy Abominable movie. Sleazy Sasquatch. There you go. Abominable 2, Sleazy Sasquatch.
I don't like the title because it's a Bigfoot, it's a Sasquatch, it's not a Yeti. But there's like one throwaway scene where he's watching like clips on his computer, and it's just like, are you saying there's a Bigfoot in the woods? He's like, it's bigger. it's more like an abominable snowman. And I was like, I thought they were like the same size as Sasquatches. So I don't know what that was about, but
It's about whatever they want it to be there.
as
Apparently,
far as I'm concerned, abominable snowman is only for Yetis.
frankly, as far as I'm concerned, they're all the same goddamn thing with fancy
No,
names and
they're different.
basically similar characteristics. They're all giant bipedal simians that attack in
I guess
movies.
it depends on who you listen to. For me, Yetis are white, and they live in the Himalayas.
You're a racist. You're a Yeti racist.
But if you watch Finding Bigfoot, he claims they're not white.
Oh,
And
okay.
they're the same
So
color as all the other Bigfoots. But people
That'd be
think
super
they're white
snow,
because
though.
they have snow stuck to them.
oh, I can see that actually.
I want to believe they're white.
Believe what you want.
Like
It's your life.
like polar bears, man. You
That's
got
not real, regardless. So believe whatever
it's
you
like
want.
it's like all the different bears, you know? Different regions have different bears,
Absolutely.
different colors.
That's what I'm saying. Like Yetis and Sasquatches and Wendigos and big feets. Those are all like that. They're like bears, but they're all big feet, but they're all different, right?
Do you think there's a Yeti that looks like panda colors? It's like black and white.
Is there a tiger striped Yeti somewhere? Is there a Yeti that looks like the toupee of Donald Trump's? Is that where he gets his hair from? Real blonde Yeti.
Maybe South America, where they're
The
kind
one-
of
The one
smaller.
albino South American Yeti. It's his it's essentially his toupee farm. It's terrible. Okay, so the first 30 minutes are a fucking drag. It's boring. The character building shit, a lot of it is awful and totally unnecessary. And honestly, most of the character moments have literally nothing to divulge about the characters. They're just there to fill time for the first 30 minutes of the movie. I would say next time, just cut the first 20 minutes out and start us at 10 minutes away from the Yeti attack and go. Man, instead of making it 90 minutes, make it 70 minutes. If you don't have 90 minutes of a movie, make it shorter then. Because holy fuck, the first 30 minutes were hard to get through. There are a lot of trims I could have made to this movie at the very beginning that would have made this a much more enjoyable experience. However, the effects work and the kills were really great. Really enjoyed this movie. It's a 2.5 out of 5 stars for me. But it's on a positive end, so it's totally own this movie. If it weren't $35.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. This man enjoyed the hell out of this movie.
This is in my top 5 Bigfoot movies that I've seen.
This is in the top 5 Bigfoot movies I've seen also. The problem with Bigfoot movies is there's a whole lot of terrible Bigfoot movies. And I've seen a whole bunch of, most of the ones I've seen, I should say, are terrible. Though this is definitely one of the better ones. So yeah. But yeah, Night of the Demon's better. Barely. It's more hilarious. I'm excited to see some other ones, though, because I'm sure there's some gems in there somewhere. So yeah. Okay, so for the live stream, next episode, we're going to be watching Dangerous Men. All right, can you feel it? Can you feel the excitement? A movie that took 30 years to complete?
I'm pretty sure that's what you said for last time. Then we watched a different one.
Yeah, I know, but we're actually going to watch it this time.
All right. We'll see.
Dangerous Men. Dangerous Men.
You hyped up the other one last time.
I had not seen this one. This is all going to be new for both of us. I just know I've seen the special features, and I read up on it, so I'm not going in blind, but I don't actually know what to expect. Okay, so is there like a follow-up? Is there another Bigfoot movie that you're looking to like pair this up with in the future?
I thought about getting that one I sent you a trailer to, but I'm blanking on the name of it now. It's
That
that new
a
one.
lot of trailers.
Yeah, it just came out recently, and I saw it's actually on for sale on DVD. So.
Okay, well.
I don't like
new mystery movie. Woo!
Or maybe a croc movie.
Oh, a croc movie. That'd be fun. I like Animals Attack. I like all those movies. I like movies.
Maybe Blood Surf.
Blood Surf. That's right. You picked that up specifically for this podcast, didn't you?
Well, I'd seen it before and liked it. So.
Oh, okay. Only there's that. Okay. So, do you have like a favorite part of this movie?
Easily the face biting off.
God, that was such a cool moment. That was the moment, right? Like, if there's a T-shirt for this movie, it would be the moment where the fucking Yeti's biting the dude's face off. It's very similar to when Crowley takes the guy's face and like rips his head apart like this, and blood geysers out of it. It's kind of like that, like just blood geysers out of his face, essentially, because the Yeti bit it off. Pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I'd say watch it. And the fucking cover is fantastic on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's $35, but it's worth it. I think it's worth picking up and checking out.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said it's out of print. I got it for $3 at Big Lots.
Yeah, I'm guessing you can probably find it cheaper, and that's just the Amazon price as of right now. So, all right, so we'll see you next week with Dangerous Men, guys. So, take it easy.